So this is my $10 headliner. My old one was sagging on top of my head and I needed to replace it. It's not a show vehicle. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money to get a new one. So I figured out a way to do it myself for 10 bucks. Headliner on my 76 C10 sags. Nothing wrong with the material. It's actually in really nice shape, but can't have it sagging, especially being a tall guy. So today I'm going to figure out how to get this stuff out of here. What we got so far? So we got all the trim pieces along the windshield. The pillar pieces are off. I'm going to leave this back one on because I think that might help hold it up if, and only if, I can get everything unstuck. Like right here, this comes off with no problem, but then it's stuck here. So I'm going to have to do some gentle encouragement to get it off of there. And I hope I don't break it. So I'd really like to try to reuse this. It's doing all right along here. There we go. Yeah, it's just going to take some patience. So I use this little trim popper tool, and I just ran it up underneath, kind of all the way across here, and it just jockeyed it free everywhere, which is great, but I kind of forgot. We've got a dome light. We have a dome light. Where the hell's the camera? There we go. We got a dome light. And I need to pop that off, obviously, to probably free up the whole headliner. And if memory serves me right, you pull up, there you go. A little plastic comes off, and then you got a couple, looks like Phillips screws to get off, and then that assembly will come out and we'll fish it through the hole. So we got to. Original material, perforated. Couldn't find it available just on a quick internet search, just the material. You can find all kinds of headliners, $300 or more. I ran into my little town. I went to Michael's, which is a craft store, and they had this vinyl, and it is not perforated. It matched the old color close enough. There's a trim close enough. And most beautifully, if you can read that, $10.59. So for 10 bucks, I'm going to try out this material. I figure it's 10 bucks. Why not try it? I don't know if they perforated this stuff for aesthetics or for weight. I have no idea. But I'm going to try this stuff out and see if it'll glue and stay on and be a $10 fix for an otherwise $300 upgrade. Not surprisingly, there's this underlayment, if you will, or I guess the top side of this is flaking, which is probably why it came loose as far as the headliner. So I'm just gonna gently scuff this stuff up and then vacuum it out because I don't want my adhesive adhering to stuff that's already loose, if that makes any sense. Might not even adhere to it. But if I can get this stuff pretty good, then we'll have something much better to grab onto with the adhesive. And I mean, look at that. It's just, 50 years of, I assume there's some dirt since it was perforated, and then just whatever the material is disintegrating over time. So hopefully this will help. And again, I'm in it, nothing but labor right now and $10.59 worth of material. So I don't have a lot at risk. Worst case scenario is you just have to buy a new one, but I got a decent shot at this, I think. So I'll just keep doing this and then vacuum it up. And we'll see how it looks. I'll give it a quick vacuum here. So you can just see from what I just did with my fingers, now I've got something that's much more solid that I'll be able to work with. So that is the task. So here's the foam backing after cleaning it up. And wherever it's really clean, it's that that top layer was really loose. And I don't want to glue to something that's loose because obviously that will make the top loose, if that makes sense. So I just peeled it back. Again, $10 into this, so we'll see how it all plays out. But it's clean now. I vacuumed it off, and I don't want to hit it with compressed air because I don't want to loosen up other stuff. But I think we're going to be good for glue, or I'm sorry, adhesive. I've got a couple different types. I think I'm going to do this 3M multi-purpose. I've used it on other stuff before and it did well. I just used it on that little Porsche 914 Targa top material. So, and it's still holding on. So I'll use that same method. I'll coat up this really well and then I'll coat the backside of the vinyl, and I will just be patient and put it on and rub out any little air bubbles and see how it all plays out. That's all you can do is try. Both surfaces are pretty tacky. So now I'm going to do what is probably the most difficult part. I'm guessing, hell, I don't know, I haven't done this before. But got to start somewhere. Trick is you want to get it when things are still tacky, but not so tacky that you can't move it. Trying to line that center guy up with this hole right here. And you think I'm kidding when I said I've never done this. For those of you who have, you're looking at me going, this guy's an idiot. Well, I'm trying something new. So got all these humps in here. Got to be sure to get it around my humps. I'm assuming that starting in the middle and working my way out probably makes some sense. I'm not sure, but it might. $10. But keep in mind, $10 is all we're talking about here, and this should just disappear. My first time doing it. I do have a couple little creases that I don't love, but again, I think they'll just kind of not be seen that much. And since the truck isn't perfect, I don't think that that this will stand out as anything with a problem. Time to give the $10 headliner a try. It is not going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it might be good enough. On first glance, it doesn't look terrible. I think when the trim gets up, it'll cover a lot of the little creases that I have in it. And I'm getting a phone call. All right, gonna attempt to line up this back piece. Got a little poker here that I can find the holes with to help kind of hold it in place and get things aligned here. There we go. So if that one's good, the rest of these should be close. It doesn't look half bad. Close enough match. It was this little knob right here that was busted off, and I just, like I said, I just used super glue, Gorilla super glue to get it back into place. And I'm hoping that everything just kind of, what the hell was that? Haha! See? It still isn't on right, the light cover. I have to figure that out later. So, just want to get then there's one screw that goes through, a little piece that was busted. Look at there, fit right in. There we go. All right. That side's done. Pretty cool. So there's my $10 headliner. And I am pleased. As I've said along the way, it isn't perfect. But I am of the opinion that the headliner is going to disappear. And that it really is not a piece that's noticed unless it's terrible. And this is not terrible. The worst part is probably that corner right there where I've got some funkiness going on with some seams. But all in all, I'm very, very pleased. And we're going to call that a win. $10, folks. Michael's Craft Store. $10.59. And there goes the stupid cap from the light again. Well, I'll have to figure that one out.